Morning. Right, today we are off to Animal Kingdom. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling great at all today. I'm really struggling. I think one of my tonsils is starting to swell up yesterday, and so as most of you with MS know, that makes everything else sort of start to get aggravated. And obviously being on a Disney holiday anyway, when you're on the go, yeah, you're knackered anyway. So I feel absolutely exhausted. I hurt. I've got loads of bruises all over my body, which I haven't got a clue how they got there. I've got one on my tummy when I walked into the bar the other night, and oh my goodness, yeah, so I feel battered and bruised. I have got, my tonsil is all swollen, so I'm struggling to swallow. But we are in Disney. I've been planning this holiday for 18 months, and I am not going to let it stop me enjoying myself. All I'm going to do is just relax, take my time, and yeah, just go at a slower pace. Mommy. We've got our fast passes. I think obviously in Animal Kingdom you've got a few more shows, so we are just gonna relax and do the shows a bit more today, and just rather than rushing about all over the place, just sort of relax and take our time and see how things go. And if I don't feel great, then I'll just come back to the resort. Oh, bus. Is this one ours? No, it's Epcot. No, we're not going to Epcot. So yeah, we're going to see how things go. And then tonight we have a reservation at Trails End, which is at Fort Wilderness. So we shall see how that goes, because that one is one of my favourites. Poppy, you like that one too, don't you? Trails End. Poppy's looking at me like, what?
Is that the one where it goes down?
No, that's the one where you get the little boat to it, next to Wilderness Lodge. No, she still didn't know which one I mean, but it's just a really nice buffet, and
oh yeah, I do like it.
oh yeah, she does. She remembers now, where they do fried chicken and chili and really nice salad, really nice mac and cheese and salads. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Oh, and pizza. And if you ask them, they even do you fries as well. So we're really looking forward to that reservation tonight. So yeah, just gonna take our time today, chill, and see how the day goes.
I actually don't know what the restaurant is. I'm just randomly getting the food. And I just said yes for no reason.
Oh, don't you just love kids' honesty? But yeah, for now we're waiting for our bus, and off to Animal Kingdom we shall go. Every time you come through bag check at Disney, there's a table. You can go either side of the table. Make sure you do that. Never go in the middle. Chris never follows me. If you look, he is still waiting. Me and the girls, we've done our bag check like 5 minutes ago. We've come through security. Chris is still waiting.
I didn't need to do anything.
He did not listen to me. He never listens to me. He always goes in the middle. Always go on the ends and go either side of the table.
But yesterday, Mummy went in the centre.
Oh, shush. Go to the ends and go either side of the tables, because they check one side of the table first, then the other side of the table. So yeah, make sure you do that when it comes to security at Disney. Little tip for you guys. We are back, and there's the Tree of Life.
Sorry that there's lots of people.
There's lots of people, and looks like they're all running towards Pandora. We, however, are just taking in the sun and the sounds. Although it is quite chilly this morning. Yeah, it's quite the weather at the moment. The mornings are quite cold. It's about 14 degrees first thing. So sort of weather where you need cardigans at first. But right now in the sun, the weather's starting to warm up a bit. So you can then take your cardigans off, say about 10 o'clock, and you're more lovely and warm. Chris has now got us in the line, ready to have our picture done.
And with a picture frame.
In front of, I don't know what you do. Tree of life. So we have just come out of the Lion King show and I have just gone into Starbucks. Oh gosh, there's so many people here today. Right, just gone into Starbucks and ordered myself one of these. It is huge. It is like the size of my head. It is a double. Why are we queuing? Oh, well, it's a double chocolatey. Java. Where's Poppy gone? Oh, she's here. Yeah, it's a double chocolatey frappuccino. This one's a creamy one, so it has no coffee in it. If it's got Java chip, then it does. The lady in the shop had to explain it to me. But oh my goodness, it's so nice. And you can get the really big one, and it's still a snack credit on the dining plan.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very good.
It's so good. Chris is going to try some too.
I wouldn't last look at
I'll
that.
try some.
Chris is just go on, Tilly. Tilly, try some.
You want Timber's order, aren't you? Timber?
Timon. What's it like, Tills?
Very good.
Really cool, Poppy. You going to try some? It's just like chocolate milkshake. Really good? It's really good. And now we're in line to meet Simone. Woo! Oh. Get him on.
Happy birthday. Can you take that lid off? Inside, look mommy first.
I have just bought, I don't know if you can see, a new magic band, and it is a Dunenberg's one. Chris was a bit grumpy because it cost quite a bit of money. But, come here, puppy. Come on, puppy, put it all back. But I love it, and I really wanted to get myself a magic band this trip. And out of all of them, that is the one that I absolutely love the most. And what have you found? Yeah, so out of all of them, that was the one I absolutely love the most, and it is a lot more money, but it is really, really cute. You're right? Right, so we are now going to get the girls some food. I think we're going to go check out Restaurant Taurus. Yeah, but this book is so busy today. So fingers crossed it's not too busy in the restaurant itself, but we shall see.
Is there any way we can put coffee up there?
No.
Oh, now they're on a... Look,
We are back in Pandora, but this time the sun is shining. It's so beautiful today. I don't know if you can see. Look how gorgeous that looks today. So much prettier than when we came the other day, and it's a horrible dull day. We are now getting ready to go on flight of passage. Tilly's excited, and poor Poppy's really upset. Sad face. She just hurt her finger, bless her. So she's not in the best of moods. She hurt it on a bit of barbed wire.
Stay on your number and move your arms a bit. Okay, start scan. You've all got them. But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stand still over your number, you're not going to feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done.
You're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to be matched to these things called avatars, which look a lot like the Na'vi. They're created by blending human DNA and Na'vi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative.
You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikran. Let's see how this works.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin. Then get onto the chair as you would a bike. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikran. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Na'vi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Sivak Ho, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
All right, you ready? Let's get you into the link chamber.
Alright, so before we go inside, I would like to invite... okay, we have just come off Rite of Passage, and again, that was bloody amazing. That was so good. Where Poppy didn't like it last year, this year she absolutely loved it. Yeah, that was so good. I can't explain it. It's just such an amazing ride, and I highly recommend anyone to go on it.
Let me tell you what's my favourite bit.
What was your favourite bit?
Where you go really down, really fast. That it says studies.
And what it is, the 3D effect of it. That's the 4D parts of it which make it.
Yeah.
So when you've got the wind, it actually feel like wind rather than just
And the smells as well.
And the smells and the water sprays.
And also, did you hear the banshee breathing?
Yeah, you can feel the banshee sort of breathing in between your legs as well. They're so good.
The water and the wind reflected the part of the scene
Yeah.
you're in.
That was so good.
Feels real.
Yeah, you're completely immersed in it. Even though I was kind of having to hold Poppy's hand because she was worried about it, but no, you still feel immersed in it as well. So good. Even though Poppy had a hurty finger, she still felt immersed in it. She just said, right. Now, time to... Yeah, I think we might go try Satuli Canteen. Depends how busy it is, though. If it's too busy, then I might... Yeah, might just leave it. Yeah, we'll go see how big the queue is. So, Tilly, what have you got there?
You've got the night It's a type of slushy. It's pink and green. It bubbles on the top.
And how does it taste?
It's good.
Bean puffs are on the Disney bears. After I last spoke to you, we didn't end up going to Satuli Canteen.
Where?
We ended up coming back to the resort. The girls ended up going in the pool, and me and Chris ended up chilling by the pool for a few hours, and that was so nice, so relaxing, and yeah, having a couple of beers by the pool. Yeah, so it was lovely. We are now all refreshed, all dressed up, and now on our way to our dining reservation at Trails End at Fort Wilderness. So we're gonna have to get a bus to Magic Kingdom, and then a boat from Magic Kingdom to Fort Wilderness, which is lovely. I can't wait to do that. Yeah, we always sort of leave an hour to an hour and a half to get from one place to another, because you can never tell how good the bus system's going to be. Oh, come on, girls. Yeah, bus is just now pulled up, so let's get a little wriggle on. After all that, the bus was for Hollywood Studios. Now time to relax and wait for our bus. What time does it sell buses? Doesn't say. Every bus stop tells you, has like a time, and it tells you what time your bus is going to be arriving, so it gives you a rough estimate. Although I do believe on the new Disney Experience app, it does tell you as well roughly what time the buses are coming as well, which is really handy. Although my Wi-Fi isn't working very well, so yeah, as my Wi-Fi isn't working, I can't really use my Disney Experience app. It keeps throwing me out all the time, which is a bit rubbish. My Magic Land. Bobby's fascinated with my new Magic Land, which is lovely. So we have survived the bus journey, and now, don't know if you can see me, but I'm trying to find the best light. We are at the boat dock, waiting to catch the boat to Fort Wilderness. It is so pretty here. Let's see if I can show you. This is a hand. The Grand Floridian Sun. Then you kind of got Magic Kingdom in the background. Can't wait for this reservation. I'm so hungry because we didn't end up having lunch. So I'm so hungry. I can't wait to have the food tonight.
What are you doing? Come on, silly kids. Probably can't pose more than you.
Hello.
We are at Fort Wilderness. It is absolutely huge here. You have got, I don't know if you can see behind me, the Settlement Trading Post, which is a little shop that sells just like all the other shops. It's got your beers, your sorry, MS brain. It has got all your souvenirs, that has got all your Disney stuff, that has got beers, that has got milk, that has got all your snacks, all you want. So yeah, that's there. Then if I turn the camera around, you have got over here, you have the boat dock, which is where we came off. So we got the boat from Magic Kingdom to here. It took us from a bus from Port Orleans French Quarter and then to a boat to here. It took us about an hour. And then over here you have a children's play area. It's fantastic here. It is all decked out for Halloween. It is so fantastic. You've got pumpkins. Pumpkins absolutely everywhere. It's all decked out. It's so pretty. They've got loads of activities also going on for Halloween. Actually, all the resorts do as well. And here comes Poppy.
That horse's name.
He's called who?
Bob.
He's called Bob.
No, I'm probably going to be heading
got
back here.
a horse here and a carriage.
Yes, okay.
And if you can see here, you can have private carriage rides from 5:30 till 10 and they are $55. No, I'm not getting too close. Yeah, that's there. And then if you come over to here, we have Crockett's Tavern, first of all, which is where you can get beers, drinks, anything you want really to have to drink. And then next up, you have Trails End, which is where we are eating tonight. And then follow in that round, you then have Pioneer Hall, which is where you go to see Hoop-de-Doo Review. Now, we have never done Hoop-de-Doo Review. It's a 2 dining plan credit. Not that, I don't know, it just hasn't ever taken our fancy. You can get the exact same food at Trails End as what you do at Hoop-de-Doo Review. So for 1 dining credit you get it at Trails End, for 2 you get it at Hoop-de-Doo. So the additional at Hoop-de-Doo, you get the entertainment. So while the girls are still little, I'm not sure if they would appreciate the entertainment as much. So that's the reason why we stick to Trails End. They also do have Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, which I believe is just around the corner. That is also a 2 dining plan credits. I have heard that the food isn't that great, a Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, it's not the best, but the entertainment there is great if you've got younger kids. But because mine are that in-between age, we haven't taken them to that. We take them to other character dining instead. So yeah, if I turn the camera around, I don't know if you can see, there's Chris standing at the little hollow window trying to get a drink. And then we'll just sit and have a drink before we check in for our reservation in about 10-15 minutes. But yeah, this is Port Wilderness. So I've just checked us into our dining reservation and they have given me this pager buzzer. So as soon as that goes off, that means that we can go and eat our dinner. But we just got to wait for it now. So I've just told the girls they've got to come back from the arcade, which they're not too pleased about. And yeah, just wait. No, we've got to wait for our buzzer. Yeah, do you want to hold it? Yeah, so we've got to wait for the buzzer, and as soon as that's ready, then we can go and eat our food. We are inside Trails End. I have gone for a bowl of chilli for starters. Oh my god, it's absolutely delicious. It's so good, really, really good. The girls have decided they wanted strawberries, grapes and a bread roll, their starter. And Tilly's gone for a bread roll and strawberries. So yeah, Chris, I don't know where he's gone. I think he's still getting his bowl of chilli. But yeah, so the food is so nice. As soon as the crowd dies down a bit, I'll try and film it to the best of my ability. But yeah, it's so busy in here because the food is just so delicious. But yeah, we've got lots of stuff we want to get, haven't we, girls? They don't also, something to bear in mind, they don't have fries up on the counter, but they do have their quick service right next door, which does have fries. Now my girls do like fries, so I have asked if they can have fries, and they're more than happy to go and get that and help you out. So yeah, the girls are going to have fries with their meal. Finally, we are back at the room. We had a lovely meal. Feels so incredibly full. I highly recommend going to Trails End. The only thing is just the journey there and the journey back.
The food was yummy.
But the food is really yummy, so we do recommend going there, even if the journey can be a bit of a chore. But you can always get a minivan there, if you'd rather and just pay the cost.
This is how you
But,
feel like when you get
we are now back in the room. Chris and Tilly have just gone to get some drinks, refill our mugs. We are now looking for our plans. Even though I've been making these plans for months in advance to the T, we've just been checking the weather, and the weather on Saturday isn't looking too great. It isn't looking as warm as we'd hoped, so not really a water park sort of day. So yeah, we're swapping a couple of days around, which means we're going to have to change a few of our dining reservations as well.
And once you come home from Girls' End, this is how you feel.
Bobby just fell flat on the bed. So yeah, so I'm now sitting here. I feel absolutely exhausted. I'm now trying to chop and change some of our reservations around, and but yeah, gonna try and get that done. But anyway, tomorrow we are off to Epcot for the first time in this trip, and we are off to Akashush for the first time, which is something we've never done. And we are going to have breakfast with the princesses, which is very exciting. And then tomorrow night we are off to Hollywood and Vine to, excuse that, we're off to Hollywood and Vine to have a Halloween dinner with Minnie, Mickey, Donald and Goofy and potentially Daisy as well. So a full-on day with lots of characters tomorrow. So we are now off to bed to get a real good night's sleep, because yeah, tomorrow's going to be a real busy one.
Should I show you how you will feel like when you come back from Girls' End?
Right, so Poppy's going to show you how she feels. Like that. So say good night everyone.
Good night.